Hello, welcome to episode 14 of the Happy Raccoon podcast. Today we have two especially special guests in that my wife and child are here.
Hi.
And she has not been prepped at all for this. Normally, before each episode, I send out a survey. And on the survey, I ask various questions and it helps me bring up topics. And she has not been prepped at all for this. But we did have one thing that we're going to do today, which will be really interesting, is we are going to rate all of the apples that we could buy from the store. And that's going to be the main subject of this podcast. But
from Wegmans specifically, so you know that they'll be good.
That's true. Wegmans will be good. Bekah is new to the podcasting scene, so she's just learning to talk into the mic. Why don't you let me take the baby?
My bad.
Let me take the baby and then
take the baby.
Yeah,
all
I'll
right.
take the baby. Oh. Yeah, this is Lennon. Lennon was born at 6 pounds?
7 pounds 4 ounces.
7 pounds 4 ounces. She is probably the most chill baby ever.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. What are the biggest differences that we see between Lennon and Haven?
It's
so
hard
far.
to tell, when they're
Lennon's
so
only
little.
Lennon's only been out of the womb for more than 4 months.
4 months, yeah. Haven was a pretty fussy baby though. She was a crankers for sure. Yeah. Where Lennon is just so chill. Yeah. She'll just hang out and
right. And the likelihood of her making liars out of us by having a really bad podcast session is pretty high. Yeah. But she's got her banana tea there right now, and she seems to be doing pretty good. But yeah, she's definitely a lot more chill than Haven was. Yes. One thing that's super similar between the two of them is that they both just kick their legs constantly.
It's the most annoying thing.
Yeah, you can't even hold them without them just kicking their legs all the time, and it's so obnoxious.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah, but anyways, thank you, wife, for coming on to the podcast. It's we made it all the way to episode 14, and before I've tapped into easily the funniest person that has ever come on the show, and definitely my favorite person that's ever come on the podcast.
Wow. I can't really be funny on command though.
I think you are.
It has to be spontaneous. So something like this, I have to think about too much. And then when I think about it, I'm not funny and I just stumble over my words.
Well, I think you're going to do great. Tell me what you think of the Happy Raccoon podcast so far from a wife's perspective. What do you think? How do you think I've done so far? I know I've said some things I shouldn't have said. If we go back to episode 12, I got probably a little too into detail about my vasectomy. And we've heard some things from your side of the family about that.
Yeah.
But what else? What are your thoughts on the HRP?
The HRP.
The Happy Raccoon pod.
I think it's been great.
Yeah?
You've done a really good job, and I'm proud of you for sticking to it for so long and still, getting excited about it. And I think it's only gotten better with every episode. It definitely is strange having my family come up to me in church and be like, oh, heard Mason's podcast today. Mm-hmm. That's always weird. And I'm like, oh, they heard Mason say penis. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. I have said penis before.
Oh, your baby is spitting up.
Oh, yeah. It's okay, buddy.
That is another difference. Lennon spits up a lot.
Yes, that is true. I don't think Haven really ever did a good spit up on me.
Never.
And Lennon has spit up on me so many times. She's a spitter upper, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And she loves to suck on her hands. We got a thumb sucker for sure.
100%.
Yeah, you got a banana right here. Here, eat your banana.
Anyway.
Yeah, well, I appreciate how supportive you've been of the podcast. You can attest to the fact that I've been wanting to do this and run with this since
a long time.
About 2.5 years now, really. I did my first podcast, which was the Here's to You podcast.
Right.
When we started dating, and that was over 3 years ago. And anyways.
3 years, 2 kids, and a vasectomy.
Yes.
We move quick.
We do move quick. And the timeline's a little sus, but we don't have to talk too much about that. But I couldn't be happier being married to you. I think you're a spectacular wife and mother, and I super appreciate you.
You're sweet. You
say something nice about me now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was my turn.
No, you're good. No,
I didn't get any lines for this.
I'm just kidding. No, you've always done a really good job of rallying around my interests, and I always appreciated that. Like, you've always been super, even though it's not your number one favorite thing, but you've always been super into the Dodgers for me, and you know all of the Dodgers players.
I do. I'm very proud of that.
Yeah, I think that's really, really cool. And yeah, you've always done you've always gone the extra mile just to love on the things that I love and care about. So I definitely appreciate that out of you. You're a really good wife.
That's sweet. Well, you're my best friend.
That's true.
And also you like interesting things. Like you're not asking me to get into like women's wrestling or like...
That is interesting. Or World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even really Call of Duty. I mean, you play it, but I don't have to like...
We played it before.
That's true. I guess I did it for a while.
We used to be really into it for a while.
That's right. I actually forgot about that.
We had 2 kids. Remember when we only had 1 kid and we thought that was hard?
I know. But she would just sit in like her little exer saucer and we would play while she just like chewed on toys.
Yep, that's right. We would play Infected, which is basically everyone becomes like a zombie or like some sort of demented human, and we'd have to...
Good times. I forgot about that.
We should play
phase
that again
of
later.
life.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, let's do it.
Anyway, so we're going to do this apple review, and we have 8 different types of apples. Now, we have broken down the categories of how we're going to rate them. We're going to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10, or 1 to 5, I'm sorry, 1 to 5. 5 being extremely good, and 1 being really poor in this category. And the categories are, we're going to rate them on a scale of 1 to 5 on the appearance of the apple. We're also going to rate them on the crispness of the apple, and a new word that I coined, which is the juice-splosion, which is not like Jew, like an Orthodox Jew. It's like juice-splosion. It's not like juice-splosion. Although that we can have our own category about like what we assume Jewish people would think about it, and then the overall taste of the apple. And then what, like, the texture after chewing it, you know, because some apples, like, the skin is a little too, like, dense. So those are the 5 categories. I will say that for dinner this evening, we had, like Chick-fil-A, our own, like, homemade Chick-fil-A. And so I am really full. So I'm probably just going to take one bite.
I also just had a mouth of warheads, so I can't feel anything in my mouth right now.
Yeah, so I don't know how much I should trust your...
My tongue is just burnt off from sour.
Anyway, so we're going to go through and we're going to... I don't even have a pen of how we're going to rate these things. I probably should have thought about that.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Oh, there's a pen right there. You want to grab it?
Yeah, I'm on it.
All right. Please hold for these messages.
Oh, my pants got caught.
We're going to have to edit that out. All right, and we're back. You get to be in charge of marking.
All right.
We each get our own sheet. At the end, we'll just add up all the numbers and
this is the world's loudest chair.
Yeah, it's not a great chair for podcasting. Yeah. It's constantly squeaking. Okay, so first up, I must say that right before recording this podcast, what do you think of that? I dropped this apple on the floor, so this one I'd have to have a handicap point. But this is the Pizzazz apple. And see if it says anything on here, what farm it comes from. Nope, it's just a Pizzazz apple. Right off the bat, for appearance, it's got a very nice gloss finish to it. It's shiny. It's very pulpy. You know, it's got a good feel. It's got a good weight to it. Like if I were to use to like throw at someone, it's got like a good. It's very like similar like a baseball.
I didn't know that you could describe an apple in so much detail.
So why don't you go ahead and for me, give it a 4 in appearance.
All right. I was not trained on your
just
setup
here,
but...
it should be pretty self-explanatory. Just make sure you mark whose is whose, and
it's not that self-explanatory.
It's a simple chart, you know. It's a simple chart.
Okay.
Anyways, how would you rate the look there?
Yeah, I mean it's all right. It's not bad. This looks like a Snow White apple to me.
Yeah, it's a good...
You know, it's like very nice and red.
Yeah.
It's nice and round. I'm not liking that it's so like bumpy, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's like
it's got some wrinkles.
That could be from you dropping it.
Could be.
If I'm being honest.
Would you like to take the first bite, or would you like me to?
You should. Yeah, it's your podcast. All right. It's all
Here
you.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, the first apple review bite for the Pizzazz apple. Here we go. Get real close to the mic.
Yeah. That was a good sounding bite.
Okay. Crispness, for as like pulpy as a look, it was less crispy than I thought. I'm gonna give it a 3 for crisp. Mark it down. A 3 for crisp. Juice explosion. I'm gonna go with 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
no,
really
it's all good.
slacking.
A 3 for juice explosion. Taste, I'm gonna go a 4.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is this on a scale of 1 to 5?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go a 4 for taste, really good taste. I'm gonna go for a 2 for the texture. It does have a little bit more of a bitter skin, and the skin does seem to stick around. And I do have a piece in my teeth right now. So
interesting.
Anyways, your turn to take a bite of the pizzazz.
All right. Oh, I can see on the inside. It almost looks like rotten on the inside.
Oh.
Don't tell Mason that. Mason hates rotten fruit.
I'm right here. Okay, go for it.
I took way too big of a bite.
Yeah, that was a big bite. You really dove in there.
It's not my favorite.
No?
It's really not.
What do you give it for crispness?
It's pretty crisp. I give it like a 3.
3, okay.
For crisp, yeah. Maybe like a 2.5 for the juice explosion.
Juice explosion.
What's the next one?
Taste. After juice explosion.
I'm gonna give it like a 1.
Really?
I don't really like this. It's kind of like sour.
I like the sourness. Okay.
That's weird. Normally I like sour things, but
yeah,
it just like tastes kind of weird to me. I don't know.
All right, so 1 for taste, and then what do you got for texture?
Like a 1.
1.
It's like hard to chew.
Yeah, I agree. I think it had a weird aftertaste. Yeah. To be honest, I thought the pizzazz was going to win this whole thing.
Me
and
too.
So far, I think pizzazz is disappointed. I mean, we'll see how it compares to the other numbers we get here, but I think pizzazz showed low numbers. And I did drop it, but I don't think that made an excuse, and I don't feel any dents on there. So.
Yeah. The other day, Haven was eating an apple, and I was sweeping up, and I was like, what are all these little red pieces? And Haven was chewing the apple up and spitting the skin out on the floor.
Ah.
And so there were pieces of apple skin all over the floor.
Toddlers, ladies and gentlemen. This here we have a classic Fuji apple. For appearance, I gotta give it a 5. I mean, it's just a classic apple. It's round, it looks good, it's shiny, but it doesn't have the same like wrinkly, feeling as the pizzazz. So it's got a good feel to it. What do you think? I'll let you have an opportunity before I take a bite.
Yeah, I want to take a bite first.
Yeah, you go ahead.
I actually disagree with you. I'm going to put this at a 1. It's like, it's not very shiny to me.
I think
it's just kind of like dull. Like this just looks like a boring apple. I want my apples to have like a pound of wax on them.
Interesting.
And look fake.
Okay.
Like this.
All right, well, why don't you go take a bite then?
All right. This is the one I thought was going to win. This is what I thought was my favorite apple.
Okay.
But now I'm nervous. Okay. All right, let me see my categories here again.
All right, so what'd you give it for appearance? You give it a 1?
Yeah, low appearance.
All right, crispness?
Pretty crisp, almost too crispy. Where it kind of like hurts to take a bite of it?
I don't understand that at all.
Maybe I have sensitive teeth.
You probably do.
Yeah.
Okay.
It almost hurts to take a bite into. It's like almost too hard.
So what do you give it?
2.
Okay. And what about juice explosion?
2.
2? Wow, okay.
Man, I'm not as impressed.
Are you marking these down?
I'm not.
We're gonna have to come back and count them all up.
We're coming back to this?
Yes, we have to come out and count them up and see it. That's why you gotta be writing these down, dude. That's your job.
I'm so sorry. I was unaware.
What is mom doing, Lennon?
I'm really bad at this. Okay. All right, so I'm pretty much giving it 2s all around.
Okay.
To be honest.
And what about the chewing?
Low, real low.
Really?
It's just, again, I have like a real problem with the skin.
Okay. Let me take a bite of this thing, okay? It's Fuji apple.
Yeah.
Give it a whirl. Okay. Right off the bat, I got some notes here, okay? I'm going to be pretty generous with the crispness. I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Whoa.
This is right where I like it to be with the crispness. It's great. You know what I mean, Lennon? It's right there. 4.5. Juice explosion, though, a 2. I wanted, like, an explosion in my mouth from this apple. Didn't happen. Okay? As you can see, I'm still chewing. We'll get there, but chewing is probably going to be a 1.
It's low.
The skin, right?
Yeah.
It's bad. The taste, not overwhelming. I like the pizzazz taste a little bit more. I'm going to go with a 2.5 for the taste.
All right.
Overall, though, a classic apple. Can't go wrong with Fuji. Whoa.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
All right.
All right, we're 2 apples down. So far, I think this is a lot of fun. This one is a Cortland. A Cortland apple. Cortland is a town near here, and that prompts me to remind you that these are all apples that are local to us. I don't know if there's different kinds of apple. I was thinking about that. I don't know if is there different types of apples on the West Coast. Fuji, I think, is everywhere, but Cortland, I don't know, and I hadn't heard of it until I moved out here, I don't think. But I also was not a huge apple eater for a while, so
I don't know. I just assumed that they're all the same everywhere, but
appearance-wise, this thing's a little lopsided. It's pretty boring looking. I mean, it looks just like a classic apple, medium shine. I'm gonna give it a 3 for appearance. Nothing super spectacular. I'll have a look at that.
Yeah, we're so different when it comes to apples. I think this should be in like a fruit basket.
Okay,
it's so shiny. It's nice and red. Like this, it's still got like the nice stem on it.
Okay, all right. Give it a 5 then. Put your money where your mouth is.
I'm gonna give it a 4.5 because you're right. It is a little lopsided. It's a little beat up. It could be from Haven's hands because she was in the cart holding these apples for me.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that was Lennon. She was.
She's sharing her opinion. She wants a bite.
Oh.
All right. Am I taking the first bite? You taking
I'm
the first bite?
No, I'm taking the first bite. It's my turn.
All right.
All right. Cheers. Oh.
It sounded good.
Right off the bat.
That was a good bite.
This thing crisp like no other. Like, ladies and gentlemen, we have our first 5. That was a 5 for crisp. That was spectacular. I mean, the juice explosion as well, 4.5. Cortland really came to play with this apple. Super delicious. I mean, wow. I'm not even chewing anymore. Juice explosion, I'm giving it a 4.5. Taste, I'm going to give it a 4. Wow. And chewing, I'm going to give it a 4. This was a fantastic apple. Highly recommend Cortland. Honestly, Cortland is so far as the top for me. This was amazing. Wow. Yeah.
That's a really high review from you, especially. You're not really an apple.
This was really, really good.
All right. I have high expectations.
You should. That crisp, right, girl?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good apple.
That is it. That is a great apple.
I would buy more of these.
Yeah.
With some peanut butter on this.
Yep. All right. What do you got for it?
All right. I'm going to give, we already did the look. Mm-hmm. So what's the next one? Juice explosion.
Crispness.
5 for sure.
Absolutely. Tops. Right. Yep.
Tops. Yeah, I'm gonna mark down a 5 for that.
All right.
Juice explosion. I'm gonna give probably a 4. I think there could be a little bit more.
I agree.
Honestly,
yeah,
a little more.
Could vary from apple to apple as well.
And then the chewiness, probably like a 4.
Okay.
You know, it could be a little bit better, but it's pretty high. Best so far, no doubt.
All right, that's great. A second bite. That's pretty telling, folks.
I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
What are we gonna do with all these apples after?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Did you mention the chewing?
I did. I said a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, not bad.
I mean, Cortland came to play there. Really, really well done, Cortland. This is another 5, actually. I love the look of this. It is the Raccoon.
I'm going to say Macon.
Macoun. M-A-C-O-U-N. Macoun, or Macon. Pretty good looking apple. There are a few different colors there, and I'm actually going to put it a 4.5 because it's got like some pale, like yellowish in there. Too many different colors, but really glossy. It's got a high gloss finish on it. It's really good looking. I can see Lennon's face in this apple. That's a good tell sign. I'm going to bite into what looks like the best part here, which is a little bit more of the redder part. I'm sorry. Let's give you a quick.
Yeah, it's my turn first, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. It is your turn.
It is my turn.
I got a little eager there.
You did. I'm with you. I'm going to 4.5.
Okay.
I like it. I like all the different colors.
Yeah.
It's just like the most standard apple I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
To me, it's got a little bit more shine too. It's also smaller.
Well, that's fair.
It's pretty small for an apple. I mean, it's like a tennis ball size.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know.
All right. Why don't you take a bite?
Kind of ugly here on the bottom. I'm going to knock it a couple points for that.
Really? So
yeah.
4.2?
I'm going to go 4.
4.
Yeah.
Solid 4.
Solid 4.
Use your math later.
Yeah. I don't want to have to add these up. All right.
Pleasant?
Mm-hmm. Surprising.
How's the crispness?
It's good. Yeah. It's a 5 out of 5.
Really?
Oh, yeah. 5 for crispness. You find that all right? Pretty juicy. I'm going to give it like probably another 4.
Okay.
What's the next one? Taste?
Juice explosion.
Oh, isn't that what I just said?
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty juicy.
Taste.
Yeah. Taste. It doesn't really taste like anything to me, but it could be from all the candy I've been eating all day.
Yeah, probably.
But it doesn't have a lot of taste.
All right. What about chewing?
Like a 3.5. Maybe. Pretty average. Not bad. Not great.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just dive right in to this next bite here. You left me a pretty good bite on the dark side of the moon. And let's give it a shot. Okay. Juice everywhere.
What?
It's a great sign. This apple is pro, okay? That was delicious. Easy swallow. Okay, the Raccoon, it really did blow up in my mouth. I'm going to give it a crispness of about, I'm going to go 4, okay? It could have been crispier, okay? I had to bite in a little bit more than I thought. You know how sometimes you take a bite in an apple and it kind of breaks off in your mouth real easy? I really had to dive in there in order to get a decent bite out.
Interesting.
But I mean, I got juice on my hands. I mean, it went everywhere. The juice explosion, I give it a 5.
Interesting. All right.
The taste, I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Wow.
Yes, and the chewing, I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Wow, I think this one has top marks so far for you.
Yeah.
It's concerning to me how different of like taste we have in apples. Mm-hmm. Why is it so different?
Because we're 2 different people. And we were born in very different backgrounds, and we have different things.
I like to think that I'm right, though, probably.
Wouldn't surprise me. All right, we're getting full. I'm getting kind of full. Okay. We are moving to the Gala apple. Now, this, to me, I think is the most, like, stereotypical apple next to the Fuji. I mean, this is the one that's always right there at the supermarket. You know, this is probably the one that I'm least excited about. But I'm interested to see how it does in this particular rating. Appearance-wise, it stands tall, and it's got like a pretty good, confident attitude about it. It really presents itself in a way that it's like, yeah, I'm an apple and I like it. But tell me what you think about the appearance there, Bex.
I'm running out of ways to describe apples.
I could describe apples all day long, I guess.
We're so different when it comes to that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an apple.
Okay.
Like, it looks fine. I spent a lot of time picking out ones that didn't have any bruises or marks. So these are definitely like the best apples of their kind.
Well, good. I think that everyone should like listen to this review of apples and take it as these are the best of their kind. So.
That's true. And these aren't like Walmart apples.
These are Wegmans
They are
apples.
Wegmans apples. And I know that you will not eat an apple with a bruise in it.
I will not.
So I did take time to pick out good ones. All right. Is it my turn?
Yes.
All right.
It can be. I don't know.
I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5.
For appearance, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Yeah, I mean, it looks nice.
Yeah, it's a very confident looking apple.
What one is this?
This is
Is this Gala?
This is Gala.
All right. I have high hopes for this one because I always tell people this is my favorite apple, but I don't actually know if that's true. I just throw this one out there. All right.
Here we go.
Ow.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a good bite.
Yeah. Good though. I think my mouth is too small to like bite apples like this.
Interesting.
I can't close my jaw on it. All right. First things first.
Crispness.
Maybe like a 3.
A 3?
Pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. Not bad. And then I didn't think it was very juicy, but I didn't think the last one was juicy, and you did. I think it's because I get small bites.
Okay.
So I'm only going to give it like a 2 for juicy.
For juice explosion?
Juice explosion, yes.
Juice
Sorry.
explosion. That's okay.
My bad. And then what's the last one? Taste?
Yep, taste and chewing are left.
Taste and chewing. All right, I'm going to go 5 for taste.
Really?
I stand by that this is probably my favorite apple. I really like the taste.
Okay.
It's kind of sweet. It's a little bit tart. I like it. And chewing? Still like a little, there's still like a little something rolling around in my mouth. Okay. I don't love that. So I'm still kind of chewing it. So I'm going to go 3.5.
All right. I think that's fair.
So, but I mean, all in all, it's a solid apple. I would buy it again.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and dive right in here to the Gala. I'm going to go to the dark side of the moon again. We'll see how it comes out. Okay. Again. The Gala is a classic apple, right? I mean, this thing came right off the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. I mean, this is like, this is classic apple, right? Now, that's good and bad. Crispness, I'm going to go 4. It's not bad. Juice Explosion, I'm going to go 3. Nothing to write home about. You know, it juiced for sure, but not like, you know. Taste, I'm going to go 3. It didn't knock my socks off.
Really?
You know, it's just not like, it didn't, you know, rock my world.
I liked it.
As you can see, I'm still chewing.
Yeah.
I'm going 1. This is definitely the thickest skin apple. Took a lot of work to chew all that down.
You took a very big bite.
I always take big bites. Look, I mean, you got to see that bites of my apple. I mean, I take big bites for sure.
Yeah, that's
but
fair.
I mean, look at the size of that honker. I mean, that's like the size of Lennon's forehead. But all in all, definitely not the best apple we have here, but a solid choice. And honestly, I think it's better than what our next apple will be, which is what I'm going to assume is the worst one.
And for sure. I picked that out knowing it would be the worst one.
That is our good old broad Granny Smith. She came to play with our only green apple of the day. And I don't know, is there any type of green apple that's not a Granny Smith?
I have no idea.
No idea. I cannot remember the last time I had a Granny Smith apple. It is the only green apple we have here, appearance-wise. I mean, the green's cool. I'll give it that. I'll give it the fact that the green is pretty flashy. I'm going to give it a 5 on appearance. Yeah. I think it's a sexy look about it. I mean, the green is sexy. I got to give it to Granny Smith. She's still got it. What do you think about the appearance?
Haven didn't even know what this was.
Yeah, that's true.
We put it in the cart and she was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I will say that I think green apples are way prettier than red apples, but my teeth are cringing just looking at this because I know it's going to hurt.
Yes.
And so I'm afraid for it.
Yes.
But they do look pretty.
We're making a huge sacrifice because we both know it's a trash apple that we both don't want to eat, but
what about it makes it a trash apple? Because I'm sorry.
That's okay.
If I like peel the skin off and cut it up, I think I might like it.
I think these are really sour, and I think they're brittle, and they're bitter and they're sour. I like sour. Well, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and take a bullet here. There is no dark side of the moon on this one. It's pretty just green all around, but let's see how Granny Smith does.
You gotta go for smaller bites. You're taking huge bites.
Right off the bat, someone put Granny Smith in a body bag and ship her off to sea. This thing is garbage. It tastes like a donkey's Achilles heel. It just is not that good of an apple. Crispness, I'm going to go 2. Juice Explosion, I'm going to go 1.
Wow.
Taste, 1.
Man.
I'm chewing 1. I mean,
low mark.
This is a really, really bad apple. And honestly, I question whether or not I'm a good husband when I hand it to my wife to make her taste it. It's just not a good time. Stay away from Granny Smith. I
used to really like green apples, so I'm afraid.
Yeah, you should be. It's a bad apple. Oh, what's this kid doing? What is this kid doing?
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. Yeah, it's a bad apple.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to swallow it.
You can spit it out. Yeah.
Thanks.
It's a disgusting apple.
We'll just put that somewhere else. Right. Yeah, no. That's getting the 1s all around. I agree. Looks nice. Like the way it looks.
Yeah.
It's not even just sour. It's like bitter.
Yeah.
I don't like the way it feels on my tongue.
It's just not a good apple.
It's chewy.
Yeah. It really does taste like a donkey's Achilles heel.
I wouldn't go that far, but I do feel like I just ate a mouthful of grass.
That's probably a better way of putting it. Absolutely. Let's just pretend that never happened. We're going to go to our next apple here, which is an Empire apple. This is a good looking apple, okay? It's a pretty dark red. It's got a couple knocks in there. But overall, not a bad looking apple. What do you think about the looks, Beck?
Yeah, I agree. It looks good. I like the ones that are like real dark like this. Yeah. Except for I think that they tend to have like a lot thicker skin.
I agree.
So I'm prepared for that.
Yeah, they might affect the chewing for sure.
All right. I'm going to go for it.
All right. What do you give the appearance?
Oh, I'm going to give it a 5.
I'm going to give it a 4.
Yeah, it's 5. Is this the Empire?
You're getting wiggly, Lennon. That's a problem.
She wants to try an apple. Haven put a banana in her mouth today.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Try a banana? Yeah. Oh, she's throwing herself around.
It's exactly as I predicted, honestly. I knew, like, when I looked at this apple, exactly what it was going to taste like.
Really?
And I was correct.
How's the crispness?
It's crisp. It's crisp. I'll give it a 4.
Okay.
Yeah. This is just like when I think about eating an apple, this is what I think of.
Okay.
You know, I would eat it, but like
nothing right.
I'm going to pick like a banana over it probably.
How was the juice explosion?
Low. Like a 2 for me.
Wow.
Pretty low, I think.
Okay. Lennon thinks it should have been higher.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, it tastes pretty good. I like the taste. It's pretty sweet.
Okay.
You know, it's fine. I will say I was right, though, that the skin is way too thick. Like, it hurts my teeth to bite through it, and I'm still chewing it. So low. I'm going to give it a 2.
All right.
2 for that. Overall, It's not a bad apple.
How was the chewing? Did you already give that,
Pretty low. Yeah, 2. I lump that in with the skin.
All right, I'm going to go and dive right into it. Empire apple. I mean, it's a good-looking apple. I think I give it a 4 for appearance, but we'll see how he goes. I'm going to go to the dark side of the moon here.
It sounds good. I can hear
I'm
you
going to give it a little bit of a... Crispness was good.
Yeah, okay? Crispy.
I'm going to go 4.5 for crispness.
Oh, wow, that's high.
Was not bad at all. I was pretty impressed with the crispness. It took me by surprise. Skin is thick, though. Okay.
Real thick.
Real thick skin. Juice explosion, I'm going to go 3.5. Not bad.
Really?
Not great. Could use a little bit more juice in there, but I'll take what I can get. Taste, I'm going to go 4.
Wow.
It's got a good taste to it. I mean, it's just a classic apple. And chewing, though, I'm going to go 2.
Yeah.
It does take a lot of work. Definitely has some thick skin. I think if there's one thing we've learned today is that there is definitely a correlation between how dark an apple is and how thick the skin is.
And how good an apple is and how thick the skin is. For me, the thicker the skin, the worse the apple.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. We like something light and buttery, baby. All right. We're down to our last apple. This is our very last apple.
High hopes.
This thing is as lumpy as all get out. I mean, this thing looks like Andre the Giant. It's the Red Delicious. It's got all sorts of corks to it. It's got a real pulpy shine finish. It looks good. I'm going to give it a 4.5 for appearance for me. I'm really excited to bite into this one. It is the last apple. But anyway, what do you think, Bex? What do you think about the appearance there?
I like the way it looks. It's pretty. I know it's not going to taste good. I'm not excited to bite into this, partially just because I'm tired of taking bites of apples. My jaw hurts.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to taste good, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
But I'm going to try it anyway.
All right, go for it.
Oh. See?
Did your tooth just break?
Yeah. I can't do it. I'm going again.
Man, that took some effort. Dentists everywhere are cringing.
So thick.
Really?
It's so hard to chew.
Wow.
It tastes great.
How's the
Easily
crispness?
the sweetest one. It's hard to tell because I'm still chewing this skin. I want to spit it out.
Wow. Do you want to spit it out again?
I feel like I'm chewing gum. No, it's okay.
Okay.
I was pretty gross. I'm going to have to clean that up.
Yeah.
Crispness, I'm going to give it a 2.
Okay.
Juicy. It's a little more juicy. I'll give it a 3. What's the third or fourth one?
Taste?
It's not bad. I'll give it a 3.5.
All right.
But the chewing is a 0. So that just makes it a terrible apple. I don't even want it.
Wow. Okay.
I would not buy again.
The lowest one
recommend.
is a 1. You can't do a 0, but it's got to be a 1.
1.
All right. Appearance for this one, I'm going to go 4.5. It's the last one. My jaw hurts as well.
Yeah.
Pretty tired. Red Delicious. I'm going to go to the dark side of the moon here. It's a pretty good looking apple. Actually, I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. I'm hoping to have a little bit of a
good call.
Lighter skin there. I don't know if the skin changes over the course of the apple, but we'll see how I do. We saw Bekah there. There's some teeth marks.
It was
right
a real
here
bummer.
Took her 2 bites to get through it. So Red Delicious it's having a bad first impression with me, but let's take a dive. Here we go.
I also have abnormally small teeth. I have very small teeth.
Okay. Right off the bat, you can tell it's just a unique apple. We've had a few in a row that were a classic apple. This one was not that. Christmas actually wasn't that good. It felt a little bit softer to me. Which is strange because it was really hard for you to bite into. I got alligator jaws. I'm going to give it a 2 for Christmas. Really just didn't do it for me. The skin is like pig skin. I mean,
it's
I'm
awful.
like really
it's like chewing on a football.
Yeah, I'm really having to work on this thing. Juice Explosion, I'm going to give it a 1.5. I mean, I really just didn't get much there. I feel like I was, biting into something that was dead. Taste, I'm going to give it a 4.5. Actually,
wow.
I mean, that's why I wanted more juice, because the taste was actually pretty good. It's a sweet apple. If you like sweet apples, this one's for you. Chewing, maybe the worst one. It's a 1 for sure. I mean, really took some work there. We don't want apples to take so much work to chew into, okay? It should be...
Yeah, don't feed that one to your kids. Yeah. They'll choke for sure.
So that's all of our apples. I would love to hear what you think.
Right, yeah.
What was your best apple according to your ratings?
First of all, I'd like to say that my jaw hurts very badly, and we got way too many apples for this.
Oh, Lennon.
Easily for both of us, the worst one is the green apple, the Granny Smith. That's just garbage. I don't even want to talk about it. We all know it's garbage. Let's see. My top one was probably overall.
It was Mike.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm very bad at this.
You'll get there.
My top apple was definitely the Gala apple.
Okay.
Looks good. Tastes good. Juicy, crisp, like just a typical apple.
Yeah.
All
right. What was my best one?
Your best one is, I think, the same. We pretty much overall had the same scores.
I don't think Gala was my best one.
I think it was. Hang on. I'm going to look at... Oh, no. Yours was maybe Empire.
Yeah.
Or I think it's pronounced Macon.
Oh,
if we're saying this wrong, I'm so sorry to apple connoisseurs. Yeah, yours is almost like 4.5 or higher the whole one around.
I'll try another bite of Macon.
Yeah. Go back in for second review. Man, you can eat a whole apple in like 4 bites.
It's a small apple, but it's really good. It's sweet, it's tart, it's crisp, it's pretty. The Macon apple did it for me, ladies and gentlemen. That's my number 1 favorite.
Interesting.
It's a really good apple. It's a good time. It's a summer apple. It's
a summer apple. What is a winter apple?
A winter apple is like apple pie. This is like summer apple. This is what I want to eat on a hot day. This is what I want to like throw the core out the window of the truck on a dirt road, listening to Barry Manilow and having a good time.
Barry Manilow?
This was the apple for me, the Macon apple.
All right.
So your Gala I'm making.
Yeah.
That's it, you guys. That was us reviewing our favorite apples. I want to thank you for tuning into this episode. This is Lennon. This is my beautiful wife, Bekah. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode and all the past episodes. We hope you enjoyed this one. We're going to do future reviews in the future with Bekah.
And maybe Haven even.
Yeah, I think
might
both
bring
of them,
her on.
Yeah, Haven's always got fun stuff to say. As she gets older, she just gets more and more funny.
She's wild.
Yeah, she's starting to make up her own songs. It's my favorite thing to tell right now. But she really likes the Elton John song that's also in the movie Sing, where he goes, "I'm still standing, yeah." She started to add her own lyrics to that, where she goes, "I like fries, yeah." She's super funny, so we'll have to get her on here.
She's real funny.
Maybe we'll do like a French fry review. Although that'd be tough because the like freshness is key with the French fry, and so we were driving around trying to get French fries. It wouldn't work.
It'd have to be ice cream.
Yeah,
because she loves ice cream. Like, you've never met anyone who loves ice cream like this kid does. True. She's actually having an ice cream themed birthday party.
That's true.
Coming up.
June 10. She can say her birthday and she says like this, June 10.
And then she'll go, yay, so that you'll clap for her.
Yeah, she likes being applauded for sure. She gets that from me, her constant need for appraisal. And anyways, thanks so much for tuning in to this episode. I appreciate it. This has been Bekah. This is Mason. This is the Happy Raccoon Podcast, episode 14. Say bye-bye.